Think about a goal that you're trying to achieve right now. Maybe it's making a certain amount of money, achieving a certain number of followers on Instagram, or finding the one to be your life partner. If you find yourself stuck in trying to achieve any of these goals, or like you're not making progress quickly enough, the answer might not be to just try harder. It might be to change your approach. In The Prince, Machiavelli points out that there are many different paths to success. He writes, "All men want glory and wealth, but they set out to achieve those goals in different ways. Some are cautious, others impulsive. Some use violence, others finesse. Some are patient, others quite the opposite. And all these different approaches can be successful." This line stood out to me because Machiavelli is saying that there's no one single way to achieve our goals. We need to be adaptable. And specifically, we need to adapt our approach to fit the situation that we're in. Machiavelli writes, "When someone's approach suits the times, they're successful, and when it doesn't, they're not." I think this idea that there are many paths to success, but that success only comes when we can adapt to the situation that we're in, is very simple, but is also very practical. For example, let's say that you pride yourself on being someone who is agreeable and gets along well with others. This can be a great approach to making lots of friends easily. But sometimes in a relationship, directness and honesty are needed to resolve conflict. And in those situations, an agreeable approach can actually hurt you, not help you. Adapting your communication style is needed in this situation for success. Or let's say that you're more introverted, but you want to get out and make more friends. Instead of thinking of yourself as an introvert and using it as an excuse to avoid more socializing, instead, think of yourself as someone who is adaptable and can do well in any social situation. And so the takeaway from this episode is that instead of starting with who we are and then trying to force ourselves onto every situation, sometimes it's better to start by understanding the situation and then adjust ourselves to fit it. This applies to relationships too. We don't treat everyone the exact same way. We naturally change a little depending on who the other person is and what our relationship with them looks like. Being able to adapt to different situations and different people is probably one of the most important traits needed to be successful. Machiavelli writes, "The successful ruler is the one who adapts to changing times, while the leader who fails does so because his approach is out of step with circumstances." Of course, change is difficult, but if there's a goal that we're failing to reach or a relationship that is failing, I think the right first step is to analyze our approach and ask whether it's out of step with the situation. Maybe we simply need to try harder, but maybe we need to try smarter. That's what I'm trying to get us to think about in this episode. When our current approach isn't working, we should step back, think honestly about why it's not working, and be willing to adapt.